Hi everyone, I'm here to tell you about how the Heidelberg School of influenced modern Australian artwork to capture national identity through our Australian landscape. I'm going to take you through some of the body of the essay and reference the academic resources as we work through the themes of the essay. Modern Australian art has been influenced by the Heidelberg painters in the way we capture our national identity separate to our colonial roots. And we will use symbols, and I'll work through symbols and academic articles to demonstrate that as we transition through the early 19th century within Australian art to the middle of the 20th century, we can see that there has been a commonality with establishing the national iconography that was removed from your England, and that was done through the dramatic scenes of Australian landscape, and that's been unchanged. From the colonial outposts, the Heidelberg School, some of the earliest Anglo-Australian artists bore witness to a change in the national landscape. They informed almost a century of painting in which both colonial artists and the Heidelberg School painters had successfully revealed so many aspects of Australian scenery, and we go through why this has inspired the modern artists of today, certainly mid-century. They painted sun-bleached canvases, interpreting a monumental and Antipodean landscape. They shaped the nature of productive use of landscape. Reference Clark and Whitelaw, who go on to say basically what the style of the Heidelberg painters used to execute and why it was so important to Australian history. And then through these themes, there's a visual reference to modern Australian art through the mid-19th century, referencing Plant 2019, where the use of landscape continues to be that key function of depicting Australian identity. Then we move on to more support from Plant, arguing that modernism captured landscape in a different style, that Heidelberg's artistic romantic attachment to nature was still can be seen in those modern artworks, and we can see through examples like Fred Williams, where his reductive interpretations of the landscape was very different to the Heidelberg artists because it was abstract as opposed to figurative. But there's still these ideas of heroic landscape used in modernist paintings to reference identity, and that is the common link essentially between the style of painting and between the past and present, recreating their environments in ways how are still loyal to the archetypes translated before.